consume lots of water, isn't it?
Yes.
I kind of feel tired. You guys feel tired?
Yes.
I had lots of meetings today, and I also need to go back and forth from my house to the school, and then go back again to my house, and again come to school to settle down my family matters. So I want to ask you guys, if after you had a long day at school, where do you go after that? Go to your home, right?
Yeah.
Why you go to your home?
To rest.
Yes. Some more?
To sleep.
To sleep.
To eat.
To eat, yes.
Spend time with family.
Spend time with family.
Shower.
Take shower.
Look at my cat.
Yeah, look at your cat. Basically, do things that you love, right?
Yes.
Because when you are at your home, you have everything that you love. You can do basically anything that you want in the most comfortable way, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so I think I'm going to show you a video, okay, and I want you to pay close attention to it, because this video is related to what we have taught just now, okay? You watch this video, and I'm going to ask you what do you understand from that video, alright?
Okay, teacher.
Okay. Wow! The video titled Sam's Dream. So, you guys wonder what his dream is?
Yes.
Sam's dream. Sam lives in a beautiful house. He wonders where his friends live. He'd love to see their houses. Sam reads a book and falls asleep. Look, he's dreaming. He's traveling around the world. Look, Sam, I live in an igloo. Look, Sam, I live in a hut. Look, Sam, I live in a boathouse. Look, Sam, I live in a tree house. Look, Sam, I live in a caravan. Look, Sam, I live in a castle. Oh, it's time for school. Goodbye.
Bye.
Alright, so Ryan,
Yes, yes,
what
teacher.
do you understand from that video?
Should I stand up, teacher?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Okay, so from the video, I can see that Sam has a lot of friends, and his friends live in some interesting houses lah.
Yes, very
Yes,
nice.
teacher.
Thank you. Give a big round of applause. Yes, so this video is basically about types of houses. Okay, we see Sam's friends, some of them, they live in igloo. Do you know what igloo is?
Yes.
Where will you see igloo?
North.
Antarctica, yes?
Somewhere north.
Arctic, yes. Usually in a environment where it's very cold, lots of snow. Okay, they built ice blocks, stack it up, build a dome, and then they live inside it. Ironically, even though igloo was built by ice block, the shape of it, the dome shape, make the inside of the igloo much more warmer than the actual temperature. Alright, so that is why they build in the shape of dome. They not build it in the square or rectangle. Alright.
Alright.
Next, we have hut. You know what is hut?
Yes.
See one?
Yes.
Not heart.
Oh.
Heart is your body. Okay, heart is inside your body. Next is boat house. You know what is boat house?
Yes.
You see one?
Yes.
Thailand.
In Thailand. Wonderful. Why? Why Thailand use boat house? Why not Malaysia?
No idea.
Yes, Ain?
Because Thailand has a lot of rivers.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, it's correct, but to be much more precise, Thailand use river as their main way of transportation. So not only they use as transportation, but they adapt their transportation to become accommodation. All right. Okay. Next, we have tree house. So have you seen tree house before?
No.
In
a movie, yeah.
Usually in Western stories, isn't it? Yeah. Me myself, I've never seen one in real life, but I've seen in house documentary. I don't know why, but the Western, they really love tree house. But I think one of the reasons is because they want to stay far away from the bears, because they have a lot of bears, right? So for their safety. So that's why they built house, the tree house. Next we have caravan. Do you know what is caravan?
Yes.
Have you seen one?
Yes.
Oh, I see. So what do you prefer to live a caravan or a normal house?
Normal house.
Why is that, Adawi?
I like bigger shower.
I mean more space, right?
More space.
I see. Yeah, maybe too. I prefer to live in a normal house than a caravan. But do you know nowadays, even trailer, very big trailer, also give it into caravan. If you have lots of money, of course. Okay? Lastly, we have castle. So have you seen real castle before?
Yes.
Who usually live in the castle?
The rich.
Queen
Sam.
Yes, the royalties, right? We also in Malaysia we have castle.
Yes.
You know and
Kuala Kangsar.
Kelly's castle.
we have in Istana Negara, isn't it? That's also considered as a castle. Okay? So you have known different types of houses. So I will hands to you some handouts. Okay? And I want you to look at the pictures and try to build, not like build, but try to imagine if you were given a chance to build your dream house, what type of characteristic you're looking for. Okay? If there's the access that you can do is like me. You can scribble. It's okay. You can use your pen. You can scribble down. So, before that, listen to my instruction first. There are 6 pictures altogether. There's an attic, modern kitchen, large park, busy road, garage, and garden. So these are characteristics, some characteristics that people focus on when they want to buy a house. Okay? And some of the characteristics can be advantages to them, and some are don't. For example, attic. Some people with big family, they love attic. They want a house with attic because they can use that space to renovate it into bedrooms for their family members. But some people, they don't like it, especially for those who have a small family or living room. Because when they have attic, which means they need to more time to clean the attic. They don't like it. Okay? Some goes next is modern kitchen. Same with modern kitchen. Some people they love the sleek, modern look of kitchen. Okay, with a lot of new technology or modern technology in the kitchen. It makes their chores easy, isn't it? But some, can you believe it? Some of them, they don't like it. They prefer traditional way. They prefer instead of blender, pestle and mortar. They prefer that way. It's just like their lifestyle. Okay? So, I'm going to give you around 3 minutes to discuss in your pair. I hope you can see in your pair. Alright? Discuss in your pair. If you were given a chance to buy a house, which characteristic that you want to focus on? Okay? If your own characteristic is not in the handout, you can add your own idea. Because this discussion will be very useful for our next activity. Okay, so do you understand my instructions?
Yes.
Okay, if you have questions, please do raise up your hand. No? Alright, if no, your 3 minutes starts now. Usually when you're buying a house is a commitment. So it's not a one-time, it's not something that can be bought easily. So think carefully. Where do you want your house to be? What type of it? If you have any question, please do raise up your hand.
Teacher, I have a question.
Yes, please.
What if I want something that is not included in the picture? For example, aquarium, swimming pool.
You can scribble down at the end, at the bottom part of the picture.
Okay, teacher, thank you.
No problem.
I'm not sure.
If you want to use your other ideas, you are very welcome to do so. Add more points. Maybe if you have a big dream, you want to live in a castle, no problem.
Yes.
Maybe. Okay, your time is up. So, have you done with your notes?
Yes.
Okay, are you excited for our next activity?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, of course you have to get ready, right? Okay, so our next activity is actually very simple. We will do a role play.
Yay.
So, in pairs, as I mentioned before, in pairs, alright? You will do a role play. The situation is, you want to buy a house. That is why it's important for you to jot down your notes. You want to buy a house. So usually, I want to ask, Kaini, where do you refer to when you want to buy a house? Who do you refer to? Sorry.
Agent.
Agent,
Yes.
real estate agent, right? Okay, so in this role play, there will be two characters: real agent, real estate agent, and also the buyer. Okay, so I'll give another maybe 1 minute or 2 minutes. 2 minutes, okay? 2 minutes for you to decide who will be the real estate agent and who will be the buyer. Okay, so your 2 minutes starts now. When you call, could you clarify if we have time and to come in front and do the role play? I can help. Okay. Your time is up. So I think I'm going to call the first pair will be Kaini and Hassan. Can you come to the front and do your role play?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, wonderful. So the rest of you, please pay attention to
Yes.
the role play.
Yes.
Because I'm going to ask what the role play is about. What can you identify? So Kaini and Hassan, you can start whenever you feel ready.
Hello, are you a real estate agent?
Yes, I am Tiny here. May I help you?
Yeah, great, Kaini. I'm looking for a house around 400,000 ringgit.
I see. Do you have any specific items you look for in a house?
Okay, so because I will bring in my family, I have 2 daughters and I have a wife. So it need to have at least 3 bedrooms, a parking lot, and a big garden since we also have a cat. The gardens can provide space for my cat to run around.
Okay, I understand that. Well, to fully fulfill that, you need to go above the budget. We have 2 units of 2-story bungalow that has all the items you want, but the price is low. The price is high. It is 600,000 ringgit.
Is there any other option? Is there any other option, Kaini?
Yes, of course. We have a 2-story bungalow that just finished renovated. It has all items you need except for the big garden. The unit itself for 390,000 ringgit. But no worries, they have a park where you can bring your furry friend.
I like that idea well. Can you set the date for us to take a look?
Absolutely, I will send you the details.
Okay, give us Thank you, Hassan. Gregory,
Yes.
what do you understand from the role play?
Role play.
Yeah.
Hassan is about to buy a house for his family.
Okay.
So the house was around 600,000.
Yeah. How did Hassan want?
Yes.
But then Hassan buy that house, or he choose other options?
He choose other
He
options.
choose other options, but he has to sacrifice some things, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you are in Hassan's situation, is it okay for you to go over budget, or you want to stay in budget?
I think I'll stay over budget.
You want to stay over in the budget?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Good. Thank you. Under budget.
Under budget.
Under budget.
Sorry.
All right. Thank you. Okay, sit down. Okay. So this is a real life situation when you want to buy a house. Of course, as I mentioned before, when you want to buy a house, there are characteristics that you want, obviously, according to your preference. But with the market now and then the house that is available, sometimes it's hard to fulfill all your requirements. Okay, so you have to think very carefully whether is it okay for you to maybe go a little bit over the budget, or you still want to be under the budget, but you have to sacrifice some things. Okay, will be this is it worth it? Which one is much more worth it, basically? All right. So thank you, Kain and Hassan. The next group that I would like to call. Wow, Amira, you were smiling.
Yeah.
Smiling, very happy. I think you're ready for your role play.
Yes.
Can you come up? Who's your partner? Oh, Ain, right? All right. Okay. Okay, you can start your role play.
Alright, sure.
Hi, Miss. Nice to meet you. May I help you, Miss?
Hi, Miss. Yes, you can help me because right now I am looking for a house.
Oh, wonderful. May I know what kind of house you prefer for?
Actually, I'm living alone, so I'm thinking of a house that is not too big but still has a bedroom, bathroom, kitchen, and also a living room.
Alright, okay. How about a one-story terrace house? Actually, it got a parking lot and it got a wide spaces.
Oh wow, that sounds nice. But what about the price?
It is a little pricey actually. It's around 300,000 ringgit.
300,000 ringgit?
Yes.
That's too expensive for me. Actually, I am looking for a house that only costing me about 100,000 ringgit.
100,000 ringgit. Let me see. What about a studio house?
A studio house?
Yes.
What is that?
Have you heard before?
No, I haven't
No.
heard.
Okay, actually, a studio house is a house where everything in one spaces, and it also got a bathroom.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it goes around your budget. The price is around 70,000 ringgit.
70,000.
Yeah.
That's nice. Great. Now I think that I want to have a look at of your option. Then I will later call you to buy or to buy and purchase it later.
All right, let's put a meeting. See you around.
All right.
All right.
Okay, give a big clap. So Ain is living alone and she wants to buy a house. Okay, and then if I'm understanding well, at the end she settled for a house called studio house. Are you guys familiar with studio house? No. No, you don't know what is studio house, isn't it? No. Okay, basically studio house is a new type of house where all the necessities like bedroom, bathroom, living room, kitchen, all is in one space. They don't really have specified diversion of it. It's like, for example, this our class here, they have, that is the bedroom, this is the kitchen, this is the bed. You familiar with it? Usually it's in apartment or condominium. Condominium is a bit on the high end, but usually it's apartment. Alright? So studio house is much more suitable for people who live alone, or maybe they have a pet usually. Okay, because big house for people or single people living in it, it's too much maintenance. It costs too much maintenance sometimes, or even they don't like big space. They like everything just in front of their eyes, easy for them to go from here and there. And I think I have seen one studio. It's not like one space, but half a space. It's like we call it loft studio. Loft means, for example, you enter this classroom. There's like a partial loft up here, and usually that partial up loft they use as a bedroom. Then there's a tiny staircase. They can go down. Maybe the kitchen is here, the bathroom is here, the living room is there. It's all in one tiny space. You can say tiny space, but it's sufficient. Okay, so at the end for our lesson, I'm going to write something over here, and I want you to take few seconds to look at it and understand what does it mean. Okay. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know what this phrase is about? Yes, Ryan.
I think Afif know, teacher.
Yeah, I heard Afif also said
Yes.
before I finish writing. What do you think about this proverb, Afif?
It's meaning wherever place we go, our home is where we're most comfortable with.
Yes, correct. Give a clap. Yes, usually home we related it to house, isn't it? We talk about house and somehow. But believe it or not, there are some of us among these people on this planet is not unfortunate enough to call their house home. For example, like me, I lost my father last year. So my house is not really considered home anymore. Because whenever I go to my house, I miss him. He's not there, but I feel that he's there. So sometimes we have to be grateful enough to be surrounded by people that care for us. It can be family members, usually family members, but it can also be friends. You know, I believe you guys live in your rent house, right? You have your housemate. Having a good housemate is also very crucial. Or even your pets, cats, dogs, fishes maybe. You know, it's just like what Afif says. Home is actually where do you feel the most comfortable. Whereas doesn't matter where it is, as long as you be with that person, you be in that situation, you can feel you can feel safe. You can feel I don't have to put my guard up all the time. Okay, so that is what the proverb is about. Okay, and we understand.
Yes.
So what I want to say is, at the end of the lesson, no matter what type of house you buy, okay, as long as you have the shelter and you have a roof over your head, you can have your shelter, surrounded by good people, you should be grateful, okay? So, before we end our lesson, please, this is a worksheet. You don't have to write your name, but then you can scribble down, you can answer it. I'm going to give you 2 minutes to answer it. And then you can pass it up back to me. Because this form will be anonymous. I want to see what do you feel about our lesson today. Alright. So 2 minutes, you can write down whatever you want. You don't have to write your name. Please be honest and sincere. I really want to know your feedback. Yes? Yes.
We can write anything, right?
Yes. You can write anything, no problem. I will not know because the form will be anonymous. You don't have to write down your name. So happy, yeah?
She found her home teacher.
Thank you. Very nice. Okay, you can submit your form.
When
People-
teacher?
Oh, you need more time.
Yeah,
Okay,
we need
sure,
more
sure.
time, teacher.
One more minute.
Okay, one more
Alright,
minute.
1 more minute, okay? And then please, people at the back, pass your form to the front. Okay, you can pass, submit from the back to front. Just pass the form. If you're done, pass the form from the back to the front. Okay, so I hope from today's lesson you have learned and maybe some realize that what kind of home you are looking for, and I hope whatever your dream house is will be yours in the future, inshallah. Alright. Okay. So for the next lesson, before we end our session, I want you to take out your close-up textbook. You can turn to page 63. Okay, I want you to turn to page 63, your close-up textbook. Okay, you will see at the bottom of the page, there's a section called Ideal Focus. So for your next lesson, I want you to write down 1 paragraph essay, around 150 words in your exercise, and then you can use the Ideal Focus section as your guidance. Okay, I want you to submit on our next class. You understand me?
Yes.
So for today's session, do you have any more questions?
No.
Did you have fun?
Yes.
So that is all from me. Thank you.
Nice.
Next, siapa yang attendance je lah mas.
Yeah, the handout you can take it.
Thank you.